I'm not in this for my legacy. I'm in this to complete the job I started.
In his first press conference since his poor showing at the first presidential debate, President Joe Biden maintained that he is the best candidate to beat Donald Trump in November's election. And since the debate, the president has been facing pressure, including from his own party, to step aside from the race.
Just today, we learned several of his closest allies now see his chances of winning as zero. NBC 10's Kirsten Glavin joins us here in the studio with reaction to Biden's stance as he continues to fend off opponents. Kirsten.
Yeah, President Joe Biden says he is not dropping out of this race. He did come off very knowledgeable tonight in his understanding of complex foreign policy and national security issues. But the concern came with the name mix-ups, which started before the news conference even began. Candidacy concerns at an all-time high. Democrats uncomfortably watching President Joe Biden misspeak at the NATO summit in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, introducing Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky as President Putin.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. We're going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
The name mix-up leading into this rare high-stakes news conference where Biden then answered his first question with another mix-up, this time with Vice President Kamala Harris and Donald Trump.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
The 81-year-old pressed by reporters on his age and cognitive ability to do the job.
I believe I'm the best qualified to govern, and I think I'm the best qualified to win.
This has summoned the party call on him to end his presidential re-election bid following a disastrous June debate performance.
Good long while, Donald Trump thought that Nikki Haley was Nancy Pelosi. So I want to make sure that folks are giving due coverage to the gaffes on the other side. We're human beings. We make mistakes.
Steve Kerrigan is the chair of the Massachusetts Democratic Party. He believes Biden is still the guy for the job.
Tonight we saw a president who has a command of the issues, who is focused on your future, our future, and our country's place in the world versus the other side.
But others in the party torn. 2 days ago, Massachusetts Congressman Seth Moulton, a Democrat, saying he's in favor of a new strategy and candidate.
A lot of people are having these discussions in private, even though there's just a few of us who have gone public with our concerns.
The Mass GOP now releasing this statement. President Biden's performance at tonight's press conference is yet another example of why we need a shift in leadership in the United States. The question of whether he is cognitively fit to run the country and lead the world is not just a national issue. It is a concern being raised globally by our allies and can be exploited by our adversaries. Now, Biden was also asked tonight if he would reconsider his decision to stay in the race if Vice President Kamala Harris was polling better. He responded saying no unless someone came back and said there's no way he could win. He then whispered that no one is saying that. Live in the newsroom, Kirsten Glavin, NBC 10 Boston.
Kirsten, thank you.